So after a decade or so, in 2012, Prometheus came out, which was supposed to be, if you would, sort of a sequel to the Alien. Prequel slash sequel, however you want to put it. Ridley Scott came back into the Alien franchise to bring us a different point of view of it.
He wanted to bring xenoforms back. Xenomorphs.
Yeah. And
which I like as villains, but don't really enjoy in the movie. So.
Wasn't that critically acclaimed?
Which
for the
one?
most part? Prometheus?
No.
People didn't really like it. They didn't.
Most of them, no. Yeah.
I watched it in the theater. I liked it. It was fun. It was different. Alright. And then after Prometheus, Ridley said that he's making another Alien movie.
Well, there was a whole, not controversy, but I mean, Neil Blomkamp was supposed to do a sequel, and he was supposed to do like an Alien 5 movie, but that all kind of fell to water when Chappie came out, and people didn't respond to that well either, so Ridley Scott decided to take the reins in his own hand and revive the franchise that he actually started himself with the first Alien movie in 1979, just a few years after Star Wars came out and everybody wanted to see space movies. Eventually Alien...
And even to this day, Alien is one of the widely recognized...
most beloved franchise out there. I mean, James Cameron did the sequel to it, and David Fincher did the third movie, and the fourth movie came along too, which weren't really received well among mass audiences, but you know, some people still enjoyed it.
Prometheus was supposed to change that. It didn't.
Prometheus came after Alien vs. Predators movies, which also weren't received very well. So, which I also skipped. So,
people generally believe that Prometheus was missing the ingredient that made Alien what it is.
Listen.
It was more of a psychological thriller than...
Listen, Ridley Scott made a straight-out sci-fi action horror movie, okay? James Cameron flipped it and decided to do a sci-fi action horror movie, so it was a completely different movie. I skipped on 2, 3, 4, everything. I watched the first one and I turned it off half an hour before that ended because I was just annoyed at how it just annoyed me. So yeah, I'm not a fan of this franchise. I'm gonna go flat out and say I didn't watch anything until Prometheus came out. Then I watched Prometheus and I watched Alien Covenant, and quite frankly, hence this review.
I have no desire whatsoever to watch any of the original stuff. Not high on my priority list. This one was.
But do you want to watch them?
Not really.
Do you want to watch the sequels after this?
The Alien James Cameron did and the original.
No, I mean after.
Yeah, like what's
anything
happening
that comes
now?
after Covenant.
Yeah.
Do you want to watch
the
that?
older movies? I don't. Everything that happens now, Prometheus I watched, Alien Covenant I watched, and I loved. And it goes back to a lot of stuff. I think even the original Alien fans, they're gonna actually love Covenant just because it goes back to the sci-fi horror style that the first one was.
I saw Life a few months ago. To me, that was better than Alien. So. Whatever.
And this is better than Life. This is Life, just better.
I agree. I believe you, but I don't really care. So.
And seeing Michael Fassbender in a role of the
What?
evil genius, if you would, not human.
Mad scientist?
No, well, it's not really mad scientist. Basically, at the end, Covenant
Are you
happens.
spoiling this?
No.
Okay. Just asking.
Because David goes bad at the end of Prometheus.
I don't care if you spoil it
Prometheus,
for me. To me, you can spoil
stuff
it.
goes bad, and then this is like 20 years later or 10 years later.
After Prometheus.
After Prometheus, okay. A ship that is on a repopulation mission, if you would, stumbles upon the remains.
I saw the trailer, so.
Stumbles upon the remains of the Prometheus. They go in there to check it out.
Oh, so that's what that was, okay.
And there they find David. It's not a symbiote, but he's sort of an android, if you would, but not really an android. Symbiote, more like symbiote.
Like Venom?
No. Guy Pearce's Violent, whatever his name is, he created the symbiotes.
In the Alien franchise?
This one.
Yeah.
Prometheus slash
Okay.
Alien Covenant. That's who Michael Fassbender is.
Okay.
So basically we find out that Michael Fassbender's David has been spending 10 years on the planet all by himself.
Okay.
And stuff happens.
With aliens, or he wasn't aware of them, or what? Would you be spoiling
I'd be
Prometheus?
spoiling
Covenant or
Covenant
Prometheus?
because this stuff doesn't happen in Prometheus. This stuff happens in Covenant, so I don't want to spoil.
But does it
Covenant for
happen
you.
between Prometheus and Covenant?
Yeah, but you don't know about it in Prometheus. You find out about it in Covenant.
How long into the movie? Is it like first 10 minutes, or is it like in the
Hour or
middle
so.
of the movie? Okay.
Or less than an hour. By the time they figure out
Okay.
why,
Let's not spoil the movie for anyone.
there's stuff that happens. Basically, their colony is going to a colony to repopulate, and while en route, they pick up a transmission that plays John Denver "Take Me Home, Country Roads," and they figure out that, and they find out that it's located on a planet that has a lot better vegetation and life
See what
opportunities.
trailer does to you, man?
And life opportunities than the colony that they choose.
Yeah.
So they go to investigate, and hence they find David, that he's the guy who sent the message. Stuff happens, a lot of blood and spill guts later. You'll be amazed, you'll be shocked, you'll be scared shitless at some points because it really is. It goes back to the scary horror sci-fi thriller stuff, and it kind of eases you into it. It doesn't give you the scary straight off.
Okay.
But stuff that happens in this
Alien
movie,
kind of did that too.
I didn't, and it's not slow.
Which
From
is
what I
why
figure out
like
from
that
you,
movie.
Alien is kind of slow.
Too slow, man.
This one isn't. There's always something happening. There's always some development. There's always a story that you're following. And then all of a sudden
You
it's
know
like
me,
boom.
man. If there's something not happening, I'm gonna get bored. That's why I like Transformers. Something's always happening.
There's something always happening here, and by the time you're halfway into the movie, by the time they show you what's happening, by the time you start figuring out for yourself what's happening, you're scared and you just want more.
Okay.
I love it. It's great. I'm not a huge horror sci-fi thriller guy. This has a lot of. It starts off as a sci-fi thriller, and then horror comes in about 3/4 into the movie,
Okay.
and it lasts till the end. You'll be terrified at some points, but it's really it's dirty, it's gritty, and it's bloody.
There was a scene in the trailer. Was that a money shot that they gave out in the trailer with the alien jumping on top of some glass and just shattering the glass and scaring someone? I don't know.
No, that happens, but it's not a glory shot.
Oh, okay.
You don't get. You're not.
Okay, so it's not a money shot.
It's
okay.
not a money shot.
There's worse, I mean, or better scenes in the movie than that one.
You have no idea. I'm probably gonna rewatch this at some point.
Okay.
It's
I
really
did
is
not see
good.
that
Like
one
as
coming.
far as listen, if you watch live, you probably watch live. Think of this as life, just better, just more sci-fi-ish, more thrillerish, and more horror-ish. And it's a lot better than the original Alien that I did not watch, as I already said, because it's faster paced. It's a lot better done.
We understand each other.
Ridley goes back. He takes what made the first Alien good, and he makes it better.
Okay, so is there a queen in this movie, or is there just a bunch of aliens? Is there like one main one? I'm asking because I want to see if you would put the villain in this movie, like Alien or Aliens in this movie, up against Calvin. Would Calvin win?
No,
Calvin wouldn't win.
Calvin will die. Horrible,
Okay.
terrifying death.
I'm kind of sad because I really liked Calvin.
And bloody.
Because he's not easy to destroy, man. I mean, Calvin, like, he can...
There's stuff happens in this movie that's he's gonna make you sick.
Okay. Was there vomit in the theater when you were watching in the cinema? Was there vomit? Did anybody puke?
Yeah.
Somebody puke?
Yeah.
Okay.
And stuff got puked, and you know, it just goes places. It really goes and it's bloody. Like
I bet
you think it's nice, and then the blood and the
Okay.
gore.
I may eventually watch it then. I don't
It's
know.
worth a watch.
Yeah, but
like
to
if
me,
this is
to
your
me, I
thing,
have to rewatch not rewatch the Alien, and just need to finish the last half an hour, and then see the rest of the Alien.
And I think you can rewatch. Listen, I think you can watch this without watching the original Alien stuff, but I would suggest rewatching Prometheus just to get the better insight into David.
Okay.
He will help. It's gonna help you make understand some stuff. You can watch it as by itself because you get David in this one,
Okay.
and explains what and how. You can watch it as a standalone. I would actually suggest watching Prometheus because
Okay.
Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and whatever Ridley is doing after this, they're all tied in together.
Okay.
But definitely watch it. I'll give it like a solid, and even it's not my thing, but a 23, 24, just because it really is that good. This kind of movie isn't my thing. I normally don't watch these kinds of movies. I did it because I watched Prometheus and I liked it, and I was hoping I get something similar. This one was better.
Okay.
And it's definitely worth watching, but like I said, it's bloody.
Okay. I mean, yeah, these movies are not for little kids.
Definitely.
Yeah, they're all
Don't bring
R-rated
your kids
anyway,
this
so-
one, and
right?
you know,
Yeah, they are R-rated.
for a reason.
yeah.
Stuff that happens here, you don't want your kids seeing at all. Like before they turn 18. When they turn 18, they can watch whatever they want. But up to this point, just
Okay.
This is nightmare stuff if you're young.
Okay.
A lot worse than original Alien.
I believe you. Anyways, that's it for us.
That's it from us for this week, maybe, probably, possibly.
See you all next week.
Yeah.
We're bringing a bunch of older reviews and
Some other
lists.
stuff happening. Yeah.
Yeah. We hope you'll enjoy. So until then, like, follow, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and Bash Bros up.
Yeah.